Hi, I'm Tausha Hoyt with Sassy Style Redesign, and I'm here to give you tips, tricks, and ideas on how to turn your home into a place where you really want to be and a refuge from the world. And today I'm going to talk about my craft room. Now, my craft room, my husband and children would call it the crap room, because if something didn't have a home, let's just put it in the craft room, Mom won't care. So, oftentimes I couldn't even go in there and create anything because there was just so much stuff everywhere. So the other day I started the great craft room cleanup of 2013. And this is totally embarrassing, it took me 4 days to clean my craft room and my closet. We're talking hoarders. If there was a term worse than hoarders, it would have been me. But I'm happy to say that I got rid of a bunch of stuff, and the stuff that I love, I saved and found some unique ways to store it and to still make my place pretty. So I wanted to share some of those ideas with you today, because we all could use a little bit of fun organization. One of the main things I want to make sure that I touch on is don't spend a fortune on storage. You can go and buy those tubs from Walmart or Target, the Rubbermaid ones, and they're just not pretty. And chances are if you have a craft room, you like pretty things. So I would encourage you to shop the thrift stores, try different things for storage, and even look in your cupboards. So in this first picture, I'm going to show you, I have a lot of ribbon. And I didn't realize I had such a ribbon addiction until I put them all in jars. So I put all my ribbon in jars, and now I can see it. I put them all in the same colors, so I could see what I had with the textures and everything, and it looks so pretty, and I know what I have. I can't tell you how many times I would go to find a certain color of ribbon or a certain texture, and I knew I had it, but I couldn't find it. So seeing it is really helping me stay on top of it. But I wanted to show you a fun, unique idea that I did. I have a gumball machine, and my kids don't really need any more candy, and I don't really need any more candy, so I really was tempted to put peanut butter M&Ms in it, but I decided against it. So instead I put some ribbon in it, and I love the looks of it. I'm able to use it for storage, but it's a conversation piece as well, so it's really fun. I collect buttons and washi tape as well, and so this picture will show you how I have just a fun jar that I picked up at the thrift store, and a big scooper in there, and then my washi is all in a long container basket, which it's pretty much spilling out of, so I'm going to have to find something new for that because I'm addicted to washi tape, but that's beside the point. So look at different containers and ways to store what you already have, and put it in glass if you need to use it a lot, because if you see it, you will use it. And the next thing I wanted to talk about, create your space to make it happy. If a space isn't pretty, I don't want to spend time in it. So I wanted to make my space reflect me, have it be a colorful, happy place, because that's what I like. So I did a couple of fun and unique things. This picture right here will show you when you walk into my craft room, it says be happy. And my craft room is right across from my bedroom, and so I see this every day as a reminder. But when you walk into my craft room, I want to be reminded that I'm excited to be here and happy, and so it's just a fun reminder. My kids love it too. The next one is my wall, and this was just the lazy girl's way to do this, and then when I did it, I just loved it and get lots of questions about it. So this is the wall that I look at in my craft room, and I used liquid starch with paper and fabric to make a giant tree. As you can see, it takes up the whole wall, and the liquid starch, you just put your fabric in, wring it out, and then you can stick it to anything, and then you can just pull it off without having any damage done to your walls. So I love this space. It makes me happy. It's texture, because I'm such a texture girl, so it's a really fun space to be in. Up above where my ribbon jars are, I have this cute little corner, and I brought some stuff so you could see it. This is a sign from my sweet friend who made this for me that says, "You are my happy." And you know what? There's just some days when I really need to be reminded of the little things that make me happy, so it's perfect. So this sits in the corner, and I have these cute little, I love to collect letters of any kind, so I spelled out create with all of my different letters and with my blocks and my stamps and things, and I kind of have a thing for owls and teacups. I didn't realize I had a thing for teacups until I cleaned out my craft room, but so he sits in there, and it's the first thing I see when I walk in after I look at the Be Happy, so it's just a really fun space to be in. Now, I told you to use containers that are different. I told you to use different things, but Tausha, what about the stuff you have to have but you don't necessarily want to look at? Well, I have a solution for that too. So I have a large IKEA shelving system that just has the open cubbies, and I had to find a way to hide some stuff because not everything could be pretty. So I came up with a solution that my husband helped me do, and it's really easy and it makes such a difference. So I went to Walmart and I bought the smallest tension rod that they had. It was like $2.50, and I bought a bunch of them and took them home to my husband and said, "Can you make this fit?" And he was a genius, and he told me, and he used a pipe cutter to cut them so they would fit to size. And I just went to Home Depot and picked this one up, and it was like $6.97. And you just cut it, so you measure your space, you measure the opening, and then you're just going to put this in there. And then I made a little curtain that goes on the rod. Now, I don't sew at all, like none. So I hot glued it in place. Just got a scrap of fabric, made sure it was the right size. I hot glued the pocket, and then I added just a piece of ribbon for some trim. And I love how it turned out. I used a bunch of different kinds of fabrics, but I like all those different fun patterns. But if that's not you, you can just use a simple one, but it hides the stuff so my space still looks pretty. So I hope that I've encouraged some of you to look at your crafting space in a whole different light, and you'll try some of these ideas and maybe clean up a little bit, and your space will definitely make you happy.